What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Balfour the Gaming Bullfrog here, and I am bringing you a little bit of new content in the Typhoon 1B. I'm joined by a couple of Zernerfwaffen members, Taste Vengeance, Drexen, and Arctic Storm. Today's a bit of an interesting flight because the rest of the guys here are flying 5.3 battle rating or below, and I am by far the lowest battle rating player in the match right now. And I'm going to demonstrate just how high above its weight class this Typhoon can punch. I absolutely love the cockpit of this plane. This is my favorite plane of all, I think, in Warthunder right now. It's suffering a little bit because of the recent changes to the Spano cannons, but since it has 4, it still does quite well. This was before the patch, so it's not as much of an issue, but Arctic Storm and Drexen are both ground attacking in their Mosquitoes, and as you can see, the instant that the enemy team sees some ground pounders, they just dove straight for it. Yes, I do have the altitude advantage here because of this chance circumstance, but if you take your time and climb with this thing, you can get some amazing results. Climb off to the side and see what happens. I'm diving in right now. You can see the F8F takes a wide arc around to slow down to Drexen. I just line up a shot and he just gives me such a beautiful pilot snipe there. I take it into the vertical. This thing has an amazing performance in the vertical. Just roll over and engage in the arc that the Bearcat is taking in the horizontal. He tries rolling out of the way. I get a good crit on him. Keep following him through. Got his elevator there, and he just went down. So that's already 2 Bearcats out of the match due to the Typhoon. Now that more of the enemy team has showed up, I am taking my opportunity to go back around and see if my team can support me. This Mustang right here had already been hit before by Drexen with his 57mm cannon, or is it 50mm? I can't quite remember right now, but in any case, he took a nosedive. I was hoping that he just abandoned all hope at the loathsome sight of my Typhoon, but no. I think it was just plain malfunction. Oh well, oh well. So now that I have a little bit more time to breathe, some open air, I can assess my situation. We've got a lot of fighters way up high. They did not decide to come strafing right down onto our Mosquitoes. So I'm going to take some wide arcing turns to get some altitude here. You know, I like to think of this as I'm in a really high-speed car and you're banking it around on a cambered road. I had to take a little bit of sharper turn to avoid the F4U and the P-51 overhead, but it looks like they're going for the Tempest and the Spitfires behind me. So I'm going to bring it back around once I have support of Taste Vengeance. Except this P-51 over here diving on Drexen presents a little bit better of a target because I do want to keep our ground attackers going in this match. And that's honestly what you want to do when you're playing in a squad. You want to keep tabs on your teammates, make sure that they are safe, protected, and also watching your back. So scan the skies and see what's going on. If this P-51 here decides to head on me, I will gladly take that. 50 calibers do not pose much of a problem. He decides to roll out of the way. I follow him in the dive. I know the roll characteristics of this plane, the elevator characteristics, and they're pretty good. P-51 can roll fairly well, can elevate fairly well, but I get the lead with a little bit of inside turning, and he goes down in a fireball. So that's 3 kills above my belt, or above my weight class. No punching below the belt, boys. And no targets around our ground attacker, but I do know that there were some fighters that moved back towards the base. There's a premium Spitfire coming fast back towards us. Taste Vengeance in his Spitfire is looking like he's going to take a head-on with him. He's got a Tempest following him, so Aximus is not in a good position. Taste gets a bad hit there. I'm taking some leading shots, just spray a few into him, get out of the way of his guns as he comes in. I just wanted to see if I could get a few good hits on him. At this point I have 113 cannon rounds left, and this premium Spitfire can go a lot faster than me. This Tempest took a diving shot at him, so I thought that he was maybe going down. I was going to try and get a few more shots in, and then I realized that he's just not going down, so I try and take some leading shots. I get some damaging shots in, and nothing. So the Tempest comes back around, takes another dive down on him, and he goes into the drink. So 3 kills, 1 assist, top of the leaderboards right now, and with that, there are 3 enemy players left alive. I'm heading back towards the base. Honestly, not much I can do now with an empty belt, and we are just going to see about moving this fight along and to win. The ground attackers have had a field day. Arctic Storm was shot down in the fray. I didn't quite catch by who, but you know, when you're flying out with ground attackers or bombers, you're not always going to get everybody to survive. Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon.